What's up everyone and welcome to another insane challenge. Today I'm going to be playing against 7 platinum players all by myself. Now normally that is not possible, so I'm going to use the mod that makes my unit stronger, but I'm going to take the opposite approach as I did in the gold challenge. In the 1v10 against gold, I started with a really strong set of upgrades. I had 300% damage and 300% health. I won very easily and then I built it down. Now I'm going to make it really hard for myself by starting with a very low amount of upgrades. I think I'm going to go for 300% health, making my units 3 times stronger, but only in terms of health, not in terms of damage. I'm very scared because I honestly have no idea what's going to make for a fair match. I think I'm probably going to get absolutely stomped in the first game, and then we'll slowly pick a couple more upgrades. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's begin. Alright, the first game is going to be on Abandoned Parish. Probably the most classic map for these 1v7s actually, especially for the fans of my 1v7 Insane AI. You probably have seen this map a couple times. I definitely did the 1v7 against Zerg Insane AI on this map, and I think the Terran as well, though I could be wrong about that one. I'm pretty sure it was on this map. Now, before the game gets going, a mandatory comment to always tell you that I pick these players from the Discord servers. If you ever want to participate in one of these, or just join an absolutely fantastic community, then make sure to join the Discord. We're actually very slowly approaching 5,000 members, which I think is extremely cool. I think we're well on our way to be the biggest StarCraft 2 Discord, at least in terms of multiplayer. I don't think we can ever touch Giant Grand Games Discord with, I don't know, 5 gajillion members, but maybe for StarCraft 2 multiplayer we can become the biggest community, which would be awesome. Now, I chose 300% health, which just means that my units are extremely tanky. And the reason I went for this is because I feel like if I went for 300% damage instead, my units are going to be super strong. Like, my neighbor is going to die pretty much instantly. But if there's like a tank, for example, or a bunker, I'm still going to lose a Reaper to it every single time, right? So I think 300% health, I'm not sure if it's going to be better. It's at least going to be very fun to see. Now, if you guys are wondering why he's not attacking me, I mean, first of all, my SCVs are super tanky, but that is also the literal only rule that this challenge has, is that they can't worker rush me or block me in any way, stuff like that. I don't mind if they cheese me all 7 combined, or, I don't know, put Tempest over here, or they can be as creative as they want, just no worker rushes. That's just a challenge, or a rule I have for all my 1vx challenges. Now, I think 2-Rex Reaper. I could still go for 3-Rex Reaper, by the way. I usually prefer making the 3rd barracks after the orbital, but I think 2-Rex Reaper should be enough. I mean, I could be wrong, but oh man, I'm actually not 100% sure about this. I think I'm just going to play 2-Rex Reaper for the first one. The reason why I prefer 2-Rex Reaper is because I can go for fast double medevac drop after. And I feel like that is a build that should be really good on the 300% health, because like, my units are already tanky. I'm gonna have Stim Marines with medevacs, and the Marines already have 3 times the health. So those, in theory, should never die. Not quite sure if that's actually gonna happen in reality. Now, I did learn one very painful lesson. Oh, that was actually... Why was my Reaper not attacking? I must have move commanded on accident. I did learn one very painful lesson in the 1v10 against golds, and that is that battlecruisers are not the right play. And that makes me a little sad, because I was pretty excited to play battlecruisers at one time, but turns out that Tempests are still really good against battlecruisers, even if they're super buff. Now, one thing I didn't really think about is if I do play with 300% health instead of going for extra damage, I cannot really beat cannons and stuff. Even if I have the extra bonus. Now, okay, these things take like no damage. Oh my god, that looks so funny. I don't even know when I have to pull it back, because they just have such a ridiculous amount of health. Look at that. Even then, it would be able to survive a couple more hits, I think. Look, he's gonna try targeting the red HP one, but it's still gonna have a decent amount of health, and I'm gonna be able to kill that Stalker and continue killing these workers. I think I should cancel that Reaper and start going towards the 2-1-1 now. Now, my SCVs have a lot of health, so they're not going to die very easily at all. I'm so scared of losing any of my Reapers. I'm going to be a little careful. Sucks for me, they don't regen 3 times as fast. That would be absolutely fantastic if they did, but okay, you actually have to wait for such a long time for them to regen. Now, you can definitely tell the difference here playing against the Platinums instead of the Gold players and the Bronze players and everything that I've done. Because even my neighbor is not really dying that easily to the Reapers. Like, he's holding out very well. I'm gonna jump back in again, try to kill a couple more probes. Those are the... What on earth did I just witness? I have never seen What is that? 340 low? Are you kidding me? I have never seen that in my life. I can guarantee you that. That is so absurd that I was like, is there another way to spawn locust? I just couldn't fathom that someone would have 340 locust in my base. Now, my Reaper should be able to win. Let's probably just move these low HP ones back. There we go. It is really not going to be a lot of Swarmos because he had to do that on one base. So that is one thing. Now, I feel like this is already a very scary moment for me because I can tell that... I mean... I don't even know how am I going to survive all these brutal attacks over and over. This guy went for a Stargate. I'm going to be able to kill a bunch of probes. You know what's funny? I'm so used to my probes or my units doing such an absurd amount of damage that it feels weird. Please. Oh, I barely got in range of that. Still lost one of my Reapers. But I'm used to my units being so absurdly strong that the units feel like they're dying very slowly. Now, my units are actually dying very slowly, which is awesome. These Hellions are also not going to do too much damage, I think. They're really doing a fantastic job here, by the way, guys. Like, the harassment and stuff, it is a really good way to go about it because I simply cannot, you know, do all of it at the same time. Now, sometimes I saw you guys type about this challenge only being about the stats. Like, I think I saw someone post in the full logic that me playing on, like... 3 times unit strength and health, making my units 9 times as strong, means that I had a massive advantage against the golds, right? But what you're forgetting, and now you can see it on full display, is that I'm playing against 7 people at the same time. These guys all have different brains, and they can all harass at the same time. I know I'm fast. I'm not as fast as 7 Platinum players combined. I can tell you guys that much. And honestly, like, I knew I was gonna get stomped for this first game. I'm not dead yet, but... I love the way these guys are playing. Like, I want to give them a shout out already because just going for the full-on harassment, they're not even... Okay, the Oracle, that's not the best idea because my units are not going to die to that. But I feel like the idea to go for harassment is absolutely fantastic because if they fight straight on, then they are going to lose their stuff. Now, I need to do some... I wish I knew where the Zerg player was because the Zerg player is going to keep annoying the hell out of me with those locusts for the rest of the game. I can guarantee you that much. Now, I did scare away... Oh, that's a couple too many locusts to just chill there. I did scare away the Protoss with my Stin Marines, my neighbor that is. He could go back in any moment, however. There's a lot of stuff over here. Yeah, the reason why I wanted to drop far is because these guys tend to be... Exactly. These guys tend to be a little greedier because they spawn on the far side. They think they're not going to be harassed. There's another Oracle coming in, but the Oracle is still not going to be doing that well. And here, we are finally going to be able to do some serious damage, which is absolutely awesome. Need to start mining from here a little more. I really like the wall on this, by the way. That's going to make it so much more annoying for me. Also, my siege tank is doing so much damage to my own stuff, which is definitely going to be quite annoying. There's a couple of Hellions in my base over there. Should probably be repairing this bunker. I guess repaired buildings are going to be very, very strong, right? Yeah, look at that. Okay, that is beautiful. Need to make sure I actually keep repairing it before it dies. There's going to be a couple more locusts over here that I'm going to have to deal with. I'm going to attack the red Protoss on this side. I don't really want to fight. I know the cannons are not the biggest deal ever because I have so much health, but I also don't want to lose my stuff for no reason. I think I can kill this pylon now. That should be pretty nice. He's using Zerglings now, which is kind of funny because I don't think they should be able to kill my stuff. And we have denied this base, and I'm very happy with that because that is a Mr. Tempest, and as we know, Mr. Tempest are very annoying to deal with. Now, keep in mind, a lot of these guys are on one base. I like how He's targeting my command center, but the command center is 4,500 health, so that really is not gonna die that fast. I'm gonna be able to kill those Hellions now. They still don't die that fast. There's a freaking lurker. There's a lot of lurkers out there. Oh my goodness, I think the wave of locusts are gonna come in. And I mean, this is so funny because normally losing is not always that fun, but I'm actually enjoying the hell out of this, I have to be honest. Like, it's so cool to see all the stuff they're doing, and my units are somehow hanging on just because they have so much health, even though they're clearly screwing me. There's another guy making Tempest, and that is going to be it for the first game. 8 minutes is honestly about as long as I expected to stay alive in the first game. I was actually aiming to stay alive for 10 minutes, but these guys are they're just way too good for that. Like, it's really cool to me to see how big the skill difference is between the bronze and the golds and these players, because I feel like they all played really well. Some of them made a little bit of a mistake, like, for example, the Oracle flying into the Marines, but honestly, that is just... I feel like it's just very instinctive. You see, like, 2 low health Marines or you have an Oracle, you just turn it on. Your Oracle's not supposed to die there. But alright, I mean, this was the warm-up game, 300% health. Not quite sure if you guys drew the same conclusion as me. Not enough of an upgrade. Definitely gonna have to upgrade my units a little more. I think in particular, I'm gonna need some more damage. I think the health is more than enough, but I just need to be able to kill my neighbor a little faster, and 100% damage is not gonna cut it. Let's go to game number 2. All right, game number 2 is on Toxic Slums. I have to say, doing this challenge with a reasonable amount of players, so 7 instead of 10 or 12, the cool part is that I get to host all kinds of normal 8-player maps. Well, this one is not normal. I even told them I'm going to host a Psycho map now. And this map is absolutely crazy because there's like no bases to take. And every base is just a ginormous Reaper cliff, basically. Like, look at this. How's he going to defend my Reapers here? I mean, I also can't really defend their Reaper, so that's a thing. By the way, I do have a little island over here that I could consider taking at some point. Anyway, for this map, my stats are going to be 300% health and 150% damage. So I guess you could say that I'm going to play with 4.5 times stronger units, whereas last game I played with 3 times stronger units, so that's definitely a good increase. Now, based on how hard we got owned in the last game, I'm not quite sure if we're going to win this one. I do think even if I wouldn't increase my stats, I would still play 3 ranks Reaper instead. And that just has to do with these guys being a little better than the usual challengers I have. So, I don't know. Like, 2x Reaper like last game, would I have killed that player if I had 50% more damage? I'm not 100% sure about that. So I think I'm going to go for 3 ranks Reaper just so I can actually kill my neighbors. Because that's kind of one of the things that I know from these challenges. Like, you have to at least kill or almost kill 1 player, 2 players, 3 players to have a chance later on, because otherwise they just have too much stuff. Like, you could already tell in the last game, for example, the dude that made 7 lurkers, I need to have the time to deal with that. I cannot be super busy dealing with my neighbor, attacking my bunker, and then this and that. I'm gonna have to do a little more damage early on. I'm going to go for the 3 ranks Reaper here, and my units are going to have 50% more damage than the last game. I think we should at least be able to confirm a kill or a semi-kill on the neighbor. Kind of depending on what they play. Sometimes they tend to play like mass cannons and stuff, then I might just move on to the next person. This person is also extremely close, by the way, because you can jump here. It kind of looks like it is an island in its own way, but you can still jump in this part with Reapers. Actually makes me worried to take that base. How many Terrans are there in this lobby? There's 1 Terran and 1 random, so a max of 2 Terrans. That's not going to be that bad. Now let's see, is it going to be cannons? It is also going to be actually pretty much the exact same as the last game, right? It was 2 gateways. Yeah, okay, this is pretty much the same as what my neighbor was doing last game. Now my Reapers actually killed the pros in 3 shots only, seems like, so that is extremely painful. This guy is not going to be happy spawning next to me. This Stalker is also going to get owned, but he does have the battery almost finishing. And here, let's see. If he's a real viewer... Okay, I'm gonna test him here. I know he's a real viewer, by the way. Don't wanna single him out like that. But if he's a uThermal Essence viewer, he's gonna use energy recharge on the battery. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, he does it! Let's go. My units are not gonna die anyway, so I can take the time to applaud him. I do need to make sure to pull this back. I'm so happy. He's better than like the Grandmaster teammates I have in 2v2 that don't use freaking energy recharge, but he did. And I know you might think, well, he's still dead anyway. He's buying a lot of time with this, okay? An absolute a lot of time, and that's going to help his teammates win the game later on. So this is fantastic play by him. There's a Phoenix in my base, which is probably a fake Phoenix, but it's still kind of menacingly chilling there somehow. Okay, so I've killed every single worker. Now it's time to move on to the next player. Actually, I'm going to do something crazy. Yeah, okay. I'm going to scan. The reason I scanned was because he could have built his cannons over here. So now I know that I can safely go here. I think my Reapers are more than strong enough to kill those cannons, by the way. So what I'm going to do is... I think I'll just single out this cannon first. That should be alright. My Reapers go... Oh my god, they're so strong. He did build a ton of cannons, which is also going to buy time. Keep in mind... just like the last guy with the energy recharge, this guy with the cannons is also buying time. But he didn't really buy that much time because my Reapers are so good against the cannons and I already have a bunch of those. I like how I reactively moved my Reapers back against the probes like they were going to be a threat. That's just the pure instinct that I was talking about. I'm going to make 1 turret over here. Okay, so these units are also going to die. He's probably... Yeah, he is making an Oracle. You can tell from the animation on that Stargate. These units are going to die over here. So this is a very successful start. Oh, they're playing Phoenixes. You know, on one hand, that is very cool. Think about it this way. These Phoenixes stop my Reapers from attacking. It's actually You know what, guys? I was gonna say it's maybe not that good because they need something that actually damages my stuff or can kill my stuff later on. But they do disable my units from attacking, so maybe it's pretty sick. Huh. If you thought about this, that is okay. I mean, I dig it. That's very smart. I really like that. That's awesome. Let me get a bunker up here. And then I'm gonna punish Mr. Phoenix himself. Because I don't want him to make too many Phoenixes. I don't think I have to send my units back to deal with that, honestly. I think my units are gonna be just fine. Okay, this is a bit of a mistake. He's using too much energy lifting all of those at the same time, I think. Can attack that Stalker from the high ground. Yeah, oh, I think he spent a little bit too much energy. Energy recharge here would be an awesome tool to use, by the way. Actually, I can use a couple of my SCVs to attack this. Then I go for this cannon. I gotta start making my stim already. There's a Zealot in there, which is probably not gonna do that much. Now, keep in mind, every Phoenix that he builds extra should be a Dead Reaper. There's a couple of Oracles in my base, but I have enough anti-air, I think. I got 2 Marines, 4 in that bunker as well. I do feel like I'm playing better than I usually am, by the way. Like, for some reason, I just feel fast today. I feel faster than I usually do. Normally, even I tend to get a bit overwhelmed in these, you know, in these freaking 1vx challenges, as you can imagine. But the last 2 games so far, I actually feel like I'm kind of in control, which is awesome. Oh my god. Okay, that is disgusting. Oh, and I feel so bad for him. My Reapers survive a ghost snipe. That is actually messed up. I think my units are gonna win this, by the way. Yeah, they are. Oh my god, these units are pretty strong. It's really not as absurd as it was in the 1v10 against Gold when I had 9 times stronger units. These units are basically twice as weak as that. Wait, I didn't realize that, but the buildings didn't even die to the Bailick bust. I just had the wall open. The funny part about that is that my brain just assumed that the buildings were dead. That was... Like, I'm actually getting owned by my own brain a little bit here. I just 100% assumed that the buildings were dead. Now, I do got a little bit of drop potential here. I don't think you want to be lifting... Okay, actually... Okay, they did kill it in the end, so that was well done. There's a freaking lurker over here. I don't think I can do much against the lurkers for now. So I'm just going to have to wait for that for a while. I don't think I should be going down here. I can just... Oh, I didn't see that. Oh my goodness. This happened to me in the 1v10 against Gold as well, I believe, where the nukes... I don't actually hear them in the middle of all those alerts. So I didn't even hear it. It's not like I was looking for it, that I didn't find it. I just couldn't hear it at all. There's another nuke over there. He actually just launched that. Is that a mothership? No, it's a Tempest. Okay, how do I want to deal with this? I think I might just want to go for the drop. I killed a bunch of Phoenixes just now. I'm going to get 1 tank, though sadly losing those depot supply blocked me pretty heavily. I think I want to just go ahead and own this Protoss player. I think I should have enough units for this. It's pretty hard to calculate, but I just imagine that we do. I can probably kill that Tempest as well. He's not in range of the battery, so those Stalkers are going to die very fast. That Tempest is going to die as well. Probably lift this to not die against the Lurkers and this Protoss. Even though I theoretically already killed him, now he's actually going to die, which is nice for me. There's a Templar over here. I should probably drop back so I can kill those Hellions. Don't really want to lose too many workers to it. Shouldn't be the case in the end. There are some Lurkers over here. I'm going to try to get turrets up because I don't have a scan right now. I'm probably going to get it pretty soon, but I don't have it for now. That was a feedbacking is actually... That's a great idea, by the way. Okay, you didn't know what to do that. I can tell you that much. I could tell instantly that he did not want to try and attack that. Now, I can also just kill these Hellions pretty easily. Those Hellions are all going to die to the tank shot now, I believe, exactly. There we go. And I'm on 100 supply. The problem is that I really need my combat shields. If I get combat... Actually, it doesn't matter that much. I don't even know. This is another brain thing. I felt like I needed it, but do I need it? Maybe I don't, actually. The Lurkers are not going to have hive upgrades, by the way, which means that... actually, I think they're not going to have hive upgrades, I should say. I'm going to be able to snipe a Tempest there. That is really, really nice. I get combat shields now. Oh! Combat shields does give 30 health. Okay, yeah, I wasn't sure about that. Now, combat shield does give 30 health, so it's actually a very good upgrade. These SCVs are probably going to die. What I'm going to do here is... I don't know if he has Storm. Okay, yeah, okay, he does have Storm. Good thing for me, my Marines are that strong that it's not going to matter that much. Oh, there's a nuke over there. This time I did see... I didn't hear it again, by the way. I just saw it. Oh, there's another nuke over here. I'm just lucky I saw the dot. Can I save those? Oh, I tried to unsiege the other one, but I didn't manage to. Please do not walk into your death there. Those Lurkers are going to die to the Marines very easily, I think. That's the thing I never expected that I would have said, by the way. Lurkers are going to die to the Marines easily. Okay, that Ghost I want to kill because that's going to get a little bit annoying. And I think it's time that we go for it over here. Going to try to get through here. I think we have more than enough. He's morphing a lot of Lurkers as well. Oh, I barely didn't kill that before the scan wore out, unfortunately. So there's going to be one Lurker over here. I think those Banelings should be dodgeable. Exactly. I'm going to get on top of the Tempest as well. And there we go. Now he's unseized the Lurkers, which means or unburrowed, I should say. Which means I think I can get both of them. No, barely not, because he does have the burrow speed upgrade. I can get those Tempest if he stays a little bit too close, but he is going to be smart and backs away. I didn't even really lose workers to that, it seemed like, so that is pretty nice for me. The medevac... Wait, the medevac healing is normal, right? Looks like? Yeah, it does look like the medevac healing is normal. And now I'm going to go for something a little crazy here. That is... I could probably just kill that with my SCVs, honestly. Okay, I'm just going to attack this base, and we're going to create a semi-base trade. Did he cloak it, or did I kill it? Okay, I killed it. That's nice. It's kind of hard to tell, actually. There's a little bit too much going on here. Those Orcals are going to die. I think we're going to be able to intercept those. I have more than enough Marines to deal with this still. Okay, so this Protoss player is now effectively eliminated. He could have the base down there. Let me see if I can get those Tempest. I'm not quite sure if I can. Like, just damage-wise, it's kind of hard to calculate whether my 50% more damaged Marines are going to... Oh, this is big! Oh, that's all the Tempest gone. Now I'm going to catch them. All right, look at that. I think I'm going to get that last one, too. Tempest are really annoying, so I want it. Barely... Oh, I was going to say barely not going to get it, but then he turned around. Going to be able to kill this base as well. Now, I do have a pretty healthy setup. I still have a decent economy. Keep in mind, however, that I don't have an extra base. I'm also out of energy on these completely, by the way. I think I'm going to target those. I want to dip from here. I don't want to fight. I want to heal out my Marines. Like, I don't have energy on these, which is very painful. If he stays around with the Phoenixes, he is going to keep losing them. Going to lift these up and get these to safety, and then hopefully we can heal them up at some point. Going to bring one of my tanks over to the natural over here, so I can just stop this freaking Stalker from shooting my stuff. I'm not even sure if it matters. Did I just hear a nuke alert? Or am I tripping now? It's very likely that I am tripping, to be honest. Oh, the nuke is over here. Oh, let me dodge that. Thank goodness. That could have been very painful. It's so funny. I'm at the point where I'm not sure if I'm hallucinating or if there's actually nukes going on. Yeah, I think I need to go for some... The drops were very effective, I think. There's some Tempest over here. I think I have enough stuff to just go for the Omega drop, and I'm going to bring every single medevac. And the main reason why I'm going to do that is... Oh, I did lose a bunch of SCVs over there. Yeah, he's going to keep nuking that from the high ground. Oh, I don't want to drop on top of those lurkers. He's going to keep nuking it from the high ground, and that is a fantastic play because I can't really do too much against him. Now, I'm going to drop this red Protoss over here. The nuke is landing right now, I believe, exactly, so I can go back to mining. I think he might have sent his Tempest back. Oh, no, he's still there. Okay, it looked like he went back for a second. Let me just depower this Stargate because that's going to be annoying. The Phoenixes are very... surprisingly annoying at this part of the game. At the start, it looked like it was going to be pretty genius because, you know, they stopped my units from attacking, which is amazing. But now, they're just really annoying against the medevacs. Like, I actually have to pay attention to the medevacs at all times. This should be a relatively easy fight as long as I split. I don't want those Archons to get one big volley. If they do, we're going to be in trouble. Let's see if I can get a couple of those Phoenixes. I'm going to be able to kill a couple of those Archons as well. Yeah, they're trying to help each other, but it's really not easy. It is really not turning out to be easy for them. I'm going to be able to kill at least one of those Tempest, I think. And then I need to fall back so I don't lose these units for free. Let's try to load up in the high HP medevacs. And then I'm going to go on to the next base. See, I'm going to go over here. I'm just going to press the drop. Normally, I like to drop in the location itself. Which you can do, by the way, by pressing drop on the medevac itself. But I didn't want to have to pay too much attention to it. All those Hydras die. My eco is pretty much non-existent at this point. My army is actually very strong. I have to imagine that it's barely not going to be enough. Look at... Oh, there we go, finally. I was actually just about to compliment him because the Phoenixes have been doing so much work. He accidentally unburrowed that lurker, I think. Also, these are going to die very, very fast. I'm going to have to do one scan for that. I'm going to try to send my Marines over here. This base is going to die. Sadly for me, the bases in the bottom right side have not really been touched at all. That is problematic. Now, if we look at my medevacs, I really don't have that many medevacs left. Those Tempests cannot be touched anymore. There are some lurkers on the high ground. Yeah, the Phoenixes have been doing really good control on the Phoenixes, by the way. Like, I know that he lost a couple earlier, but overall, really good control on the Phoenixes, I think. Like, trying to stay out of range, making it as annoying as possible for me. I think I heard a DT swipe. but that could be my paranoia, my nuke-induced paranoia once again. Gonna kill a couple Phoenixes there. And now I think we're gonna have to go for the... Oh, here are the DTs. I saw them. Yeah, he's trying to stop me from having scans, which is actually pretty close to. But I have just one more scan, which I need. I don't think he's gonna want to risk his War Prism getting in range there. So we're gonna be able to kill this base as well. This base is from the original Mr. Lurker, I believe. I don't really have a lot of medevac healing left. There we go. Can kill a bunch of those Phoenixes. Do I have anything against the Tempest for now? I don't have any eco. I need like a medevac here. Literally, that's what I need. He's trying to warp in. I see those DTs warping over there. Let me see. I'm going to try to kill the Prism first. Nuke lands. I'm not quite sure if it did anything, to be honest. Storms land on my army. And that is going to be it for game number 3. And this one, definitely a whole lot closer than the last game. Mr. Nuke had 93 supply. I think he was the least attacked player. Actually, wow. Yo, I managed to attack all of them. I didn't really think we got that far. Like, the further you progress in a game like this, the more players you're able to attack. But we actually did manage to attack all of them. I'm not sure if we attacked him, but I did have vision of him, which makes me think that I probably snuck by a little bit with my Reapers early on. I'm not 100% sure, but we were very, very close to winning this one, I think. Like this Protoss, 60 supply with very little eco, 67 supply on this Protoss, 35 on this. I think this Zerg probably the strongest at 106, and Mr. Nuke Tiger Bombs over here with 100 supply. We got very, very close. And now I'm wondering, I'm going to give myself one more attempt to beat this. And I think since this one was so close, maybe I should increase the damage by just a little bit. Or the health. I'm going to think about it. I'm going to ask them what they think. So far, by the way, I love all the players here. They've been so nice. They're having such a great time. I told them how much fun I was having despite getting owned, because this really is just fantastic. So we're going to come to a conclusion. Let's see if I can win in my final attempt. All right, the final game is going to be on Marks Madness. Now, something funny that I just saw is that one of you, I assume, I don't know who, but one of you made another Marks Madness. Like, I literally typed in Marks Madness and I saw another one. And the description was like, I made this map so uThermal can play 1v10 without having to use weird handicaps and stuff like that. I was like, okay, well, it did say it was version 0.1 and it hasn't been announced to me. So I imagine it wasn't ready to be found, but I did find it. Now, let's see. The stats we went for... I'm out of here. Okay, that guy probably spawned over here. The stats I went for was in the 300% health and 200% damage. It was the... I didn't have 175%, so I just went for the next one. I did host a bigger map, which means that the neighbor should take less damage. I do have more bases to take myself as well. So we're going to see how that's going to play out. But this is going to be my final attempt. My units are effectively 6 times stronger, which is going to make this very difficult. And what they are going to have to do here is, I think I talked about it a little bit in game 1, is that the hard part is that they have 7 brains, and I only have 1. Even if you think my brain is bigger, I still only have 1.1 brain, you know? So they need to use just their collective APM and their collective different strategies and stuff, which they have been doing absolutely fantastically so far. Like, I really think strategically, they might be playing the most well-played challenge from the Challenger POV that I have seen yet. Like, just fantastic. Like, they're attacking me everywhere. They're not taking too many head-on fights. The only players attacking me head-on was, in the last game at least, was Mr. Lurker, which is a really good idea because it keeps forcing me to waste scans over and over. And Mr. Phoenix, who was just keeping a tab on my medevac. So, I'm really impressed. Like, I'm going to keep saying it. I'm really impressed by how they're playing so far. But this time, I do really want to get my dub on the board. So I'm going to go for a hefty amount of Reaper aggression. This is a 13-player map, I believe, which means that a lot of the spawns are going to be empty, so I'll actually have to find them. It is possible that the initial, like the start of the game showed me their spawning locations. I'm not quite sure if it does on every map, because this is a custom-made map, of course. If it did, I didn't see it. So, in case I did see all their spawns at the start and you're like, you know, you can look. Well, I didn't look, so I have no idea. Let's see, there is no one over here. This base is pretty far away. Yeah, this is the biggest problem for me on this map, is that this base and this base are deceptively far away. Here I'm gonna have to go all the way around, which is gonna make my Reaper aggression hit a little harder. Either the guy's mind gaming me, by the way, or he did actually spawn here, which means that, you know, that player is effectively doing a crazy amount of damage to himself. This guy is not here. Makes complete sense that if the spawns aren't filled, that they would spawn a little further away from me. That does make sense. I'm not quite sure what it automatically happens, but it does make sense. There's an Overlord over here. This Reaper is going to beat that Stalker, I'm pretty sure. Oh my god. Yeah, I really am sure. Now, I think this is the Protoss player that was my neighbor in game number 1. And that game, my Reapers basically did 2 times less damage, and now he's gonna discover the pain of this. Now, the nice thing about this for me is that I am finding multiple players at once. Now, the Reapers are just so ridiculous. Look at this. They're absolutely ridiculous. The Reaper is low HP, but it really is low HP. Now, actually, look. It's even now, it's not really dying. Now it's barely... I microed that at the perfect time, actually. Pretty happy with that. I'm gonna start killing that pylon. And now I have a decision to make. He was trying to snipe my Reaper. Even though, you know, I have to deal with 7 players at once. I wasn't born yesterday. I saw it coming. Once again, good micro by him, though. Now he's actually free to target it because it just has too much health. And now I'm going to make my factory already. There's an Oracle here to help, which is a really cool play. I think I'm going to stick around because these units just don't die that fast. I'm going to lose 1 Reaper for sure, at least if he targeted. Also, he used energy recharge on that Oracle, seems like, which, as you guys know, I'm always very excited about. Especially when my homies use it. It makes me happy, you know? Now, this Oracle really is cool. I think I'm going to split up my Reapers a little bit, actually. And then I'm happy that I transitioned a little early. I'm going to take a 3rd CC already, because this map is quite big. Which means I'm not going to be able to do damage that fast. Let's see how many drones I can kill before my Reapers die. Probably a good amount, actually, because the Reapers just don't die. There we go, I'm going to attack these as well. Barely don't 2-shot them, sadly, for me. Got a couple of Reapers over here. Actually, I have 4 more Reapers on this side. The Oracle is very far away. I should make stim already, and I think this has been a pretty nice early game. Admittedly, we did not really kill any players here. Well, the red Protoss is pretty much forked, I think, at least for a good while. We know from the last game, for example, that they can definitely rebuild. But he took so much damage that he's definitely going to be out of the game for a little bit. Sadly, no one spawned here. I found this other Nexus. This is the red Protoss, by the way. That's a cool move. He thought he was going to die, so he just moved away already. Gonna make 2 turrets in my mineral lines, and I think this is the first time in all my games that I'm actually building a 3rd command center. So I have found a Mr. Tempest. Mr. Tempests are always annoying to find just because Tempests are so freaking good. See, I can probably kill that thing before it spawns. The Oracle is back. This Oracle is... It has 4 kills. That Oracle actually killed 4 Reapers, guys. That's insane. I'm just gonna kill as many probes as I can. And yeah, is there... You know what, guys? I think... Okay, when I was playing against 10 players, going for Vikings didn't seem like such a good choice because they are still, like, you're gonna have to move your Vikings outside of your base to catch the Tempest, and then you're gonna run into everything that the other players have. But it is only 7 players. So I think maybe in this case, I could consider making Vikings. I'm saying it very carefully because truthfully, you know... Vikings are just not the best unit to abuse when you have these stats, I think. They're going to have a crap ton of health, that is for sure. You know what? I'm actually going to do it. Let's try it. I tried battle cruisers in the last 1vx challenge. Didn't work. Now I think I'm going to try some Vikings. These are the highest stats that I'm going to have. I found a medevac over there, which I really am not afraid of because my 4 reinforcement marines should be able to kill literally everything that's going to come from that. Oh, this is really nice. I think this Terran player is in a big amount of trouble. That tank is going to die very, very easily. My medevac or my 4 marines do indeed stop that drop. And this base is going to get absolutely evaporated, which I'm very happy to see. Now, I'm considering not even making tanks this game, actually, because the tanks, even though they are good, they are also a little bit slow. I think this is going to be very painful for Mr. Zerg. Oh my goodness. Okay, I had to micro a little bit, but I almost did it. Oh, okay, that is so nice for me. This is one of the things that they shouldn't be doing. Like here, those Lynx and Banes could have attacked the front, but instead they attacked my base. Or sorry, my army. And that allowed me to get a really good trade against them. And now we killed 1 army. Oh, I killed my own marine there. That's kind of funny. That's the most damage my army has taken this game, I think. But now we killed an army basically for free. But now I have the Vikings. And it was just one guy make... Okay, that is brutal. That is absolutely brutal. I think maybe... Okay, the last game I couldn't have done that because I didn't have enough money. But here I have so many minerals on my 3 bases that I can actually get away with it. I see 2 Widow Mines over there. Might be... No, there's no 2 Widow Mines over here. I think... Also another guy making nukes. Let's see there. Oh, he's making mass Widow Mines. Yeah, he's gonna try and drop them for sure. I'm gonna try and make a couple of random turrets around my base just to make that harder. These Widow Mines are gonna get instantly evaporated, by the way. You have to be very careful for that. And since he unburrowed them, I'm not going to be able to go on top of that bunker. And we're going to eliminate that very fast. Now, my upgrades are slowly coming online. This base really is taking a massive beating. And, oh, it's looking a little rough for them, guys. Especially with my third base coming up for free. Like, we haven't struggled against the Tempest or DTs or anything like that. I think they might have made a couple of small misplays over there. There are a bunch of Oracle. This is the kind of move that I want to see, by the way. But I do have enough reinforcements, sadly, for this guy at home. If I sent those out to drop, that would have been very painful. Widow Mines actually, oh, good amount of damage there by those Widow Mines. But I do have 130 supply already, which is the highest amount of supply I've had. Let me try to micro that. Didn't really manage to micro it properly, to be honest. Could have done a little bit of a better job there. And now I'm going to attack the bases that I haven't been able to attack yet. Should I make another base? I think I'm just going to go for more Marines and more upgrades here. I think that is the right plan. I think... wait, his command center should be here, right? No, he flew it away, didn't he? Where did he fly it to? Is what I'm wondering about. There's a Nidus that could be... probably going to be Swarmost, actually, if I had to guess. I'm not sure. There's a lot of Mutas over here. Okay, so that is... yeah, that is one of the players that weren't touched. And those are going to be the players that have to make the difference over here. Mass Mutas. Actually a pretty interesting play, but I feel like now I know about it, I can make enough turrets. I think I maybe rather would have had him try to kill my base. Like, the thing is, he can't come back with the Mutas. I think this is if they do it, that's a really big mistake. 6 Mutas already dying. No, you cannot do this, my friend. No, I was just telling you should go across. The Oracles are also gonna die. Ah, man. I was complimenting you guys so hard, but in the last game, you guys are struggling with the decision-making. Those units could have been destroying my economy, but instead they died to my Marines. And Mutas, guys, they're very good in big numbers, but now I don't think he's ever going to be able to get those numbers up again. I also have a bunch of medevacs over here. I think I'm going to go straight across with these. Is this... wait, there's 2 Zergs in this lobby? And the other one has... yeah, the other one is Mr. Lurker. I haven't seen the Lurkers yet, so I kind of think he might be doing the same thing, but rushing up to the Hive upgrades instead. That would be a pretty good idea. Now I'm going to hotkey these engineering bases as well. Let's see, it doesn't look like there's too much out there for me to be worried about. I really feel bad for them about that Mutalisk and Oracle trade. Like, I think the Oracles even kind of got baited into helping the Mutas because he saw his ally go for the trade there. But these Marines are 6 times as strong as regular Marines, which basically means that one Marine, I don't know, on average, counters like 4 Mutas or something. And like something absolutely ridiculous, especially with medevacs combined too. So the first player GG's. Doesn't mean that the rest of the players are out, though. Actually, I think it's a good move for him to GG, because he's gonna give the money to his allies, which is gonna be a really good play. Now, at this time, I am maxed already. They simply have not been doing any damage to me, and now I'm maxed. I don't know what army they can make to deal with my stuff anymore. There's a lot of Locust over here. I'm actually not too worried about the Locust because I have so many units now. In the first game, they were really devastating to go up against because I simply didn't have that much economy to begin with, and they were really fast. That is a really funny thing to see. My Vikings would actually die to that, so I have to be careful for mass Void Rays. Not the thing I was scared of initially, but it does make a lot of sense. He's going towards my base as well, which is the move that I've been wanting to see all the time. I'm going to be able to depower the pylon. Tempest always have to kite, especially in these challenges, and he didn't, so that's going to be a painful moment for him losing those Tempest. He does have a lot of them. This is where we shouldn't be underestimating them, because they clearly do have way more supply than me still. They have way more scary units, but they need to find a way to make them count. Like, there's a lot of Tempests that I'm killing over here. These Tempests are going to be super annoying. I think what I'm going to do is kind of forget about the Tempest and just try to eliminate this guy. There's a big Marine tank army in front of my base, which I think I should be able... I think I can stim down there. Okay, not together with the Void Rays. So we're killing this base. This guy is still alive. I have a lot of units over here that are going to be able to deal with those units. I don't think they can walk up the ramp. That is the thing. These Void Rays are going to suffer. Really good micro on the Void Rays. They're canceling the prismatic alignment, making them faster. These Marines are definitely going to die to the Tempest. This is just really well done by him over there. I know he lost a couple, but now he's doing a great job. He actually went up into the main base, which is extremely risky. I kind of want to get these turrets to finish. Okay, so these turrets are going to finish now. Then I can go towards Mr. Guy over here. Then I'm going to drop these Marines on top of the siege tank. It's going to be, if he doesn't micro them. Okay, he did actually target the siege tanks, looks like. So well done by him. Can barely not kill that base, I think. Let's see that. It is getting to be a lot of Swarmos, admittedly. It is really a crazy amount of Swarmos. There's no base over here for me to kill. This is Mr. Void Ray, I guess, right? Yeah, that's Mr. Void Ray. I am losing a lot of workers. I mean, it kind of seems like they're freaking maxing out on the Void Rays at this point. There are Tempest over here, too. Oh, I caught a mothership by accident. That is absolutely wonderful. I killed that base as well. Now, let's see. What do they have over here? Okay, so this guy rebuilt his economy. The air units are really making this more tricky. There's freaking lurkers attacking me from downtown over there. Not really the thing I was initially worried about. He needs to micro the Tempest. He's gonna lose the Tempest over here because his base is being attacked. That was, well... I mean, I kind of planned that, but I also didn't really pay attention anymore at some point, so I felt like I killed a bunch of his Tempest by accident. His base is gonna die over here. Then make sure to target that down. It's the same Protoss that moved over there at the start of the game, if you guys remember correctly. My Marines actually managed to counter the Swarm Host. My economy is getting smaller by the minute, to be fair. Now, let's see. I'm gonna go in over here. Oh, the Void... Oh, that's a couple... Those Voiders are gonna die instantly if he's not paying attention. Oh, the Tempest and the Void Rays are gonna die. I'm definitely getting a little lucky here, guys. Not gonna lie. That is a really good nuke by... I have to imagine Mr. Green over here. Because he was the one with the Ghost Academy that I saw a while ago. He's actually fighting against the turrets, which is kind of surprising because turrets, they're incredibly strong right now. I'm going to be able to catch a couple ghosts here. I don't think... Oh, applause to him. I was going to say there's no way he's going to be paying attention to that, but he did. I think those Marines might die to some lurkers. It looks like it. I'm going to try to split them, but they do manage to deal with that. My economy is really not looking healthy anymore at some point. It looked like we were going to have a great time. The Vikings are... Even if they're bad against the Void Rays, they are really good against the Tempest. Like, absolutely fantastic against the Tempest. He's going to try to fly away. Oh, wait, this is the guy that flew away at the start. Okay, I was wondering where he was all the time. I'm going to lose a couple of Marines over here, and they do have a pretty big army. And Nuke landed either on top of my Marines or close to it. It's really hard to tell. So the Locusts are going to be able to be countered. The tanks down there are actually kind of annoying me. He's dropping over here. Okay, that's a really good moment for me. He's dropping over here. Now we can get on top. He's not defending it with the Void Rays either, so we're going to be able to take care of the tank, which is one of the biggest issues that we had before. He is now completely, well, not completely eliminated, but he is out of bases, which is going to make this a lot harder for me. He's rebuilding his base right now. I think the purple Protoss over here... How did two Vikings kill, what is it? Two of my Tempest, yeah. The purple Protoss over here is the only one who hasn't... Well, I killed his third base, but I wouldn't really call that touching his economy properly. Oh, those Oh, I'm so happy I caught this. All those are gonna die instantly, I think. Look at this. Yeah, this is gonna be beautiful. That is a lot of freaking Tempest. I'm killing Void Rays, by the way, which is an absolutely fantastic moment for me. And now I think I'm gonna go for the counterattack. Like, keep in mind, even if I killed the pink player economy, he does... Well, I killed a decent amount of it. He does still have 3 Nexuses, right? Now, is there a tank down there? I don't think there is, actually. There's one tank. I don't think there's more than that. There's actually a couple more tanks than I was hoping for. That is not going to be nice for me to deal with. I'm going to be able to kill a Tempest over here, which is really nice. This base is looking like it might fall. I'm trying to... Yo, okay, repair is very strong, huh? I'm going to go in here. Oh, Jeremy, he's not paying attention to Void Rays. Oh, he's going to lose a bunch of Void Rays there. That is a massive moment. I think I kind of want to kill a couple of my own units so I can start some more Vikings, but... Oh, well, he's gonna do it for me, I guess. Yeah, okay, that's enough. the Locusts do so much damage, they actually killed my stuff pretty much through that. Now I'm gonna be able to start a couple of Vikings. And Vikings, I honestly really need to deal with the Tempest. My Medivacs are out of energy. We are finally killing the purple player's economy, which is nice. The repair is gonna be able to save me from that. He says he has to rebuild with 1 SCV, but he can totally ask for money from his allies, by the way. It's an easy function to forget. I lost one of my command centers, and it really seems like this game is going to come down to the wire. I don't want to attack in there just because of the tanks. I feel like the tanks are going to make this so much harder. Purple Protoss is in the process of losing his base over here. I feel like the Zerg in the bottom left hasn't... like, he had a couple lurkers, but I haven't actually seen them. I know he's also the guy with the Swarmos. Let's see if I can kill 1 Tempest. Okay, he kited one more time, which means I am going to be able to kill 1 Tempest. I am building a lot of Void Rays, which is going to be... a lot of Vikings, which is going to be very pleasant. Let's see, how many Vikings do I have now? If I get... Oh, I don't want to lose that one. Okay, if I get 8, I wanted to say, then we're going to be pretty alright. I'm going to have my Marines in position for this. And now... he's going to target the command center. That's pretty nice for me. I think I'm going to have to go in here with my Marines because they do seem to be getting closer and closer. Let's see, how many tanks are over there? I think the tanks siege a little too far back. Okay, I definitely do not want to tank into there. My Vikings are doing extremely well against these Tempests, by the way. Look at this. I'm going to kill another one of those Tempests, I believe. And then I'm going to start attacking the bottom right with my Marines over here. I do not want to lose these. Oh. get on top of the Void Race maybe? Barely not. Good movement on the Locust, trying to block for the Void Race over there. Let me land this one back. Okay, so I really want to attack the bottom left, but if I flank them, I think I will absolutely cook them in the fight. That's the thing. The biggest problem I have right now is just that their army is enormous. That's the only problem I have. I think my economy is good enough to win this game. I could be wrong, but I think my economy is good enough to win this game. Oh, this is going to be a beautiful moment. Are you guys ready for this? This could be the moment of moments here, guys. I think it is going to be. Okay, so I'm going to stim in here. I have a lot of... Oh, I don't want to lose that today. Okay, here we go. I'm going to stim it again. If he's not paying attention, this is going to be absolutely beautiful. Look at this. Yeah, we're actually going to get all the Tempest over here. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Every single Tempest falls. And now we do have the Void Race left to contend with. Those Marines are also going to die. By the way, Mr. WikiWho, you did forget combat shields. I'm not sure if you noticed already, but you did forget combat shields. He's gonna lose a ton of Void Race. Okay, for a second it looked like he was gonna try to recall. You really do not want to do that. So I'm losing a big part of my... I actually lost every single starport I had. That's kind of crazy. Now let's see. What do I have to keep at home? I want to eliminate the blue player. Oh, this is actually completely mined out now. I want to eliminate the blue player, but I also don't want to send my entire army to do it. Actually, I'm gonna keep this at home. This seems good enough. Let me hotkey this over here. How much damage did that SCV do exactly? I'm kind of curious because it was around there for a while. Really good awareness by the purple Protoss. Let's see, there's no tank over here, so I am going to be able to get in there. I only have one barracks, which is just messed up, by the way. There's a nuke over here. I didn't even realize that until now. Okay, so I'm going to get in here. I can't really afford to do any scans. That nuke, I'm surprised that actually killed some of my stuff. Let me see, I'm going to try to kill that. I do lose that base over there. And it's really going to come down to my final army. In fact, guys, I didn't think about this option until now. But they could eliminate me entirely. Oh, this looks nice. This looks really, really nice because the Vikings are also here. Oh, we killed... How many Voidies did we kill? Like 6 or something? That was absolutely brutal. Oh, wait. The Nidus worms. Oh, my goodness. I actually got the Nidus worms. All these Foremost are going to die. That is an absolutely incredible moment as well. I was kind of hoping that that would have happened, but I thought he probably would have left by now. There's a Planety over there, which is really annoying because my units are pretty low HP. I could... Wait. No way. The 2 Marines. Billy from downtown. Here we go. Now, this is a planetary. I don't think I really want to fight full on into the planetary. Actually, I probably can. I'll just use this one Marine. Look at this. One Marine takes the splash damage. There you go. I just didn't want to take a splash hit in the middle of my Marines. That was pretty much it. Now, I am kind of out of economy over here. Let's see. What else is there on the map? I killed something? I'm not sure if I did. Okay, so now since we killed the Swarmost, I'm going to be able to go over here. Let's see. Oh, that's actually a really cool Nidus over there to drop it. Now he's... Oh, I was going to say he's going to lose another Void Ray to that, but apparently he didn't. I'm going to send a couple Marines to the top right. The bottom left is definitely by far the most healthy place on the map for them. The bottom left, is that a lurk or something? Well, I don't even know what happened there. Oh no, I killed a ghost. Sorry. I mean, at this point, my brain is absolutely fried. I was like, I thought I lost a Marine, but it was a ghost that I killed. Okay, so there's a couple of stuff over here. I think we're gonna try and kill that then. I really want to go towards the bottom left, but I don't want any of these bases to be up for free. I mean, that command center is definitely gonna die. I don't think I even have to stim for that, so that command center is gonna die now. Mr. Void Ray has been doing a really freaking good job. Now, one thing that scares me, guys, is that Swarmost are really cheap. So he can technically rebuild the Swarmost, depending on how much money he had. Actually killed a decent amount of them. Probably going to be able to kill those Tempests as well, if they're not covered by the Void Rays. A nuke landed close to my army. Luckily, not on top of the army. It could have. I didn't actually see. I didn't lose that much supply, though, so I think it's going to be okay. Oh, this is the end of the Void Rays. Yes. Oh, he's going to have to recall those. Is he going to be fast enough on the recall? That's what I wonder. I'm going to send those over here. He's going to recall them, or he tried to recall... Wait. Okay. No! That is so lucky by me! No way. I was just about to say, he might not have a base to recall to, because I killed all of his bases on the left side. Gonna lose a lot of Marines for this, but I just don't want to lose any more economy. That does mean that he has a bunch more Swarmost, which I'm not super excited about seeing, but it is what it is. I'm just gonna try and kill it. Keep in mind, Niduses do cost money. Actually, have you guys seen this before? The landed Viking anti-Nidus, anti-Lurker squad. That is pretty freaking cool. He did launch a nuke. I don't know where he launched it. Could be... I feel like there's too much sound for me to pay attention to the sound. I guess I'll just have to pay attention to my army. I don't actually see it, unfortunately, for me. So I'm not gonna know where it is. I have to imagine it's here somewhere. but I don't know. Okay, it sounded like it was here. It's kind of hard for me to tell. Hope it doesn't land on everything I've ever owned. That would be nice. I'm going to use my medevacs to actually scoot over to the next base here. He did rebuild this base. Okay. Oh, it's actually... Oh, wait, that's the button that I struggled with. If you guys remember, there was one episode. I don't remember exactly what the episode was about, but I kept struggling to drop. And I thought I was just washed up, but it's the D key on my keyboard that's still broken. I still have to get a new keyboard. Oh, that is absolutely crazy what he's doing. Can I? Oh, no, I'm barely not going to be able to... Dude, if I got that Nidus, that would have been the end of all of these Swarbos pretty much. But he did react to that in time. I think I'm going to land it over here. It's a slightly safer spot, so I'm going to be able to kill this. It is costing him a lot to do this, but I'm starting to think he might just have enough money to keep it up forever. There's another command center over here that I didn't kill. I only realized that just now. I'm also going to get supply block because I did lose a couple of my supply depots. Oh my goodness, I said this game was going to come down to the wire like 10 minutes ago. I was not wrong. Okay, he actually has a lot of Swarmos. If he can launch that... I don't think that was enough time for there to spawn another wave. Which means that he must have 2 halves of that amount of Swarmos, which I'm really not excited about the prospect of. I'm going to check if there's a base over here. They could have... Oh, that's... Colossus is a really good move, by the way. So much better than a Tempest at this point. I'm kind of going to have to make Marauders here. I don't think... Do I have Vikings left? I do have a couple of Vikings, right? I don't know where they went. Let's see. Do I have Vikings? I do have a couple of Vikings. Let me try to find them over here. I'm going to keep trying to attack with this. Oh, I found the Vikings, but they have too much anti-air for this. Can I repair those? I really want to repair those Vikings, because Colossus are just going to be absolutely terrifying for me to deal with. They do not have this base. I'm just going to start making a bunch of stuff. He's maxed on freaking Colossus. I don't even know if all of those are real or not. It's actually kind of hard to tell. Good luck. Thank you. I will need it. I will definitely need the good luck there. I like how there's one Liberator. If I can surround him... I can actually beat that army, by the way. Just judging by how much freaking stuff I had. Let's see, I don't want to use those Marauders right away. I think I'm going to move these back a little bit. Okay, so my army's coming back. I think I could have put them into the medevac as well. That could have been a decent play. I don't think I can fight this before. I can kill those Stalkers for sure, though. He's getting... Okay, that Colossus died instantly to a turret, which is really funny, but it actually did happen. Now, I am going to be out of a scan, so I need to wait. I can kill the mothership as well, of course. But I need to kind of wait. There's a couple of Disruptors over here as well. I think my army is going to arrive barely too late, sadly, for me. Okay, I'm going to try to split the Marines, but these units are really, really, really good against Marines. And I think they... Oh, I'm going to kill that Disruptor barely in time. Yeah, the thing is, I'm going to get eliminated before they do. It is so many Colossus. He has really good upgrades on the Colossus as well, by the way. He's going to come for my army now, and that means that there is only one last hope. I'm going to split these Marines to my... just my best possible abilities over here, and then we're gonna try and get in. I don't think we have enough units to be able to deal with this. The splits are quite good. My Marines are getting on top of the Colossus, but they have done it at the end. GG, well played, it has to be called. And this, I'm not gonna lie, I think one of the best games ever on the channel. 26 minutes of pure action, an absolute nail-biter, and we barely don't get it done. And we're gonna have to applaud for the Platinums here. And this... Keep this in mind, guys. This was one of the players that I was attacking early on, but I barely couldn't finish because of that Oracle. Remember that one Oracle that came from the top and prevented me from killing these guys? This is the guy that actually won the game for them in the end. Though I also really have to give a shout out to Mr. Swarmos. Really good job with the Swarmos. Mr. Voidray did a fantastic job. And these were some of the best games I've ever played, I think. This video was so freaking cool. This game was one of the most epic ones, and we barely don't beat the Platinums, but I'm completely happy with this video. I could do it with more stats, but I think this was probably the fairest possible stats. If I had more stats, I think it tips into me destroying them very fast. As you can see, if I have less stats, they tend to destroy me pretty fast. This was fair, and they beat me fair and square, and that's going to be it for today. I think I'll do this challenge again with Protoss, because it was really freaking fun, and I can't wait to see like carriers and Colossus and Storms and stuff with like 2 times the damage, but that's going to be it for today. The Platinums win, and I hope you guys had a fantastic time, because I know I did. If you did as well, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all for the next one. Adios.